All right, it is 6 p.m. on the evening of December 16th, 2025. We are back from our recess to open two public hearings on properties within Grand County, and we will start with the first one, which is,
Do we need to do citizens to be heard?
actually, I was gonna do them after, so that if there are any citizens that want to speak when we open the hearing, they will come up for that. But it doesn't matter.
No, yeah, I didn't.
Being able to speak non about these, let them be first, so they're not in the hearing comments.
Sure. Okay, so we're gonna change speed, I guess, and we're gonna see if anyone is here to speak at citizens to be heard for just general comments. If there isn't, we're gonna move back into our public hearings. And we will start with the Bates property being the first one, and Mr. Jackson, if you want to take us through that.
Yes, and if you click on the public hearing agenda, it has the updated staff report and everything associated with that versus the regular agenda that just has it itemized. So just as a background, Kenneth and Julia Bates own an approximately 15-acre parcel split by Spanish Valley Drive into an 11.13 acre parcel and a 3.46 acre parcel located approximately 4747 South Spanish Valley Drive. The 11.31 acre parcel is subject to a conservation easement held by the Nature Conservancy, which extinguishes all development rights, including the transfer of development rights to another parcel from that larger piece. Since larger piece is under an easement, consideration of this zone change can only be on that 3.46 acres. So although it's all one tax parcel right now, you have to ignore the conservation part of it. It's extinguished. So it's only on the merits of that 3.46 acre parcel, and they are requesting to amend the Grand County zoning map to change the zone of the 3.46 acre parcel, and we're still working on getting the exact legal from the surveyor, from rural residential to small lot residential, to subdivide the property into six half-acre single family residential lots, again located approximately 4747 South Spanish Valley Drive. The Planning Commission action. The planning commission, Commissioner Jerry Clace made the motion to approve the Bates zone change request from rural residential to small lot residential for the 3.46 acre parcel located at 4747 Spanish Valley Drive. Aaron Lindbergh seconded the motion with Jerry Clace, Aaron Lindbergh, Robert O'Brien, and Megan Schaefer voting in favor. Mary Helfine voted opposed. Andy Mancuso abstained because he works with the Nature Conservancy on some of his work. And Laura Long was absent, and the YouTube timestamp on that is 2 hours and 30 at the 2 hour and 30 minute part. So questions? It is consistent with the Spanish Valley land use plan that shows this is compact residential. The Spanish Valley land use plan that was just adopted last year, so it is consistent with that.
Okay, so any questions on the dais? If there's none, then I'll see if there's anybody in the public that wants to make comment on this. Gene, I know you're here for the next one, but if not, then this public meeting will remain open until Wednesday date. What is that?
24th.
Wednesday, December 24th at 5 p.m. And folks can either call in, email in, any concerns, or support that they want to have for this, why comments will be taken again until December 24th at 5 p.m.
Eric,
Yes, sir.
in the past, we've had three weeks between meetings. I believe we've left the public hearings open for that extra week. So it's the Wednesday, before. I don't, I'm just bringing that up. I don't know if that's a consideration, but we've done that.
I don't see any harm in doing it, right?
So it'd be
So that, what date would that be? And I will amend my remarks. Which one?
31st.
The 31st? All right, so we will leave this open then until December 31st at 5 p.m. for comment from the community. And with that, we will move into the next property, which is the Lavina. What is it? Lavina subdivision. And Mr. Jackson, if you will take that one as well.
The property address is 1972 Plateau Drive. It's part of the Community Avena subdivision that was recently finally approved by the county commission, as well as it also includes parcel 0-0017-0198. The size of the property is approximately 14.78 acres. The existing zone is highway commercial, general business, and large lot residential. The existing land use is vacant and residential. Adjacent zoning is large lot residential, highway commercial, and general business. The request is to amend the zoning map to change it from the three different zones just to the highway commercial zone for multifamily residential townhome development. They currently have an existing townhome off Plateau Drive, and they're expecting to put those same buildings in. But they're there. So the application, let's see, the application came before the Planning Commission on November 22nd, 2025. Planning Commissioner Aaron Lindberg made a motion to approve the zone change as requested, with Jerry Clace seconding the motion. Those voting in favor were Megan Schaefer, Jerry Clace, and Anthony Mancuso. Those voting opposed were Mary Hoffine and Aaron Lindberg, with Robert O'Brien abstaining from the vote. It was misstated while we were in the meeting that the motion carried, but then upon further review, the Planning Commission bylaws require 4 commissioners that must vote in affirmative to pass a motion. And so we were asked to come back again and re-vote on that. And the Planning Commission unanimously approved a motion to forward this item to the County Commission without a recommendation.
So there's no recommendation either way.
Correct. Yeah.
Originally, the majority voted in favor. Is that correct?
So there are 3 that voted, which isn't enough for the
Right.
vote.
I understand that.
Yeah, so it's 3-2-1.
3-2.
Okay.
Okay.
And then 3-2-1, and then also I think one was absent as well. I think Laura Long was absent on that. So then they came back and they had discussion at our meeting last night, and Commissioner Martinez can correct me if I'm wrong here, but it seemed like they kind of talked a little bit and didn't feel like they could get everybody, or at least 4 votes, either to recommend denial or recommend approval. So they just kind of let it stand at that.
That's the book. Okay. No problem.
So any questions for Andrew, anyone?
And we do have Mr. Naylor is here.
Yes. So I'll ask a question, and maybe this would come up at a later time. Flooding. I mean, we are down in the bottom of that draw. For full disclosure, I'm the contractor that did all of the dirt work on the tube. that are up on top of the hill. So I would just want to make sure that whatever we're doing, that flooding is not passed on to the neighbors, so to speak. And Mr. Naylor, you're welcome.
Yeah,
It would block property.
so as far as flooding goes, it is something we address through the,
Just give you the.
Yes, introduce
Naylor.
yourself first, please, for the record.
so as far as flooding goes, we did address that in the actual plan. And there is a culvert that was passed, so we're actually gonna pipe all of that in a culvert, matching what's coming across the highway.
And that was with the original subdivision.
And that's in this original subdivision plat, and it's quite detailed, so.
Okay,
We are planning to address that. In fact, the engineer had us address each one of those little drains that come off from all of the lots all the way around that feed into that. So, and we've got a big retention pond that is planned to catch all of the water that comes through there, so.
And that can be located in attachment C of your staff report.
okay.
It's in the construction drawings that we did when we passed the subdivision.
Okay, that was my only question.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, for sure. And anyone else? Anything? All right, with that, I will open it up to public comment, because I know we do have a citizen here that would like to make public comment. And unless you're just here to watch,
Well, I guess I do have a couple of questions. Where is the?
come on up and introduce yourself, and you can stand at the podium or come to the table, whichever. We have
Just gonna be.
microphones in the ceiling, so it catches all of us.
Can you bring the, oh, I'm sorry, my name is Bettina Finister and I live on Plateau, the north end of Plateau Circle. And can you bring that map back up? The drawing of it?
What division or the zone map do you?
The subdivision, I guess. You had it up just a second ago.
Yeah, it's
Probably.
So where is this retention? Because I looked at all these documents and I didn't see where this retention pond is supposed to be.
It's not in that.
Aha,
It's the next, I think it's a drawing before that.
I don't know that it's in this stuff, because that was all done past with the actual construction of the, not the zone, but the actual subdivision.
Yeah, so there's
I can include
details in this, but there is a subdivision.
So if you go to the plat,
What about the sub,
they show that in the
sub
plat.
recorder, the one that says Venus sub recorder? It might show it in there.
Yeah, it
That
should be
one's the
attached
most-
C. We'll show the easement.
because I have three concerns with this, and I realize this meeting is about the rezone. But if you allow the rezone, that just kind of opens up for the development. And I want to be right up front. I'm not against the development. I am concerned about the density of it. So the retention pond, is that right there to the northwest of the cul-de-sac? I think is what that's. Okay, and that retaining pond is going to absorb all.
It collects everything that is drainage off the road and everything on the adjacent properties, including all of this. So this is a piping system that basically was designed, all of this runs down and catches into that basin. There's already a natural at the very bottom. Right now that catches there. In fact, all of the drainage goes into that, and there's very little that goes down that gully. In fact,
Oh,
the lower people don't ever get flooded.
that is
No?
not at all true, because
Okay.
the last couple of years, I've stood on my side of my property and watched it flood like the Dickens.
Clear through down to.
Oh, yes, indeed. And it was across the road. Sorry.
Let's just take public comment.
Okay, sorry.
You know, I don't want to
Okay, sorry.
get into, all of that. I appreciate it. So if you just make your comment,
Yeah.
then we'll hold that open and.
So my comments are that I'm concerned about the density. One is the density of it. With that many places, the people are gonna be parked all over the place. And I think a good example of that is the Moab Area Land Trust that's close by, where we have these high density developments that are going in. And that road, Plateau Road, is just, it's not real wide road and it doesn't have sidewalks. We have lots of children that walk there. When the bus lets off, the kids are kind of helter skelter, and all of us with children know kids don't even think twice about where they're at. So I'm concerned about the current duplex that he has there. They're parked on the road. The Rivette long-term rental, there's no parking been accommodated for that, so they're parked on the road. And the road's not accommodating for that, and when you're walking or driving, you have to deal with that situation. The other thing is with the amount of people you want to put in that subdivision proposal. The traffic right now at Plateau Road and Bonnie's Way is just flat dangerous. I've been about T-boned at least 6 times there because nobody stops at the stop sign and there's no enforcement. And you add that much more traffic to it, and I'm very concerned about the flow of traffic there. And whether you could get some of the traffic to go out Skyline Drive, I don't know if that might be an option. I don't know. So, and then the flooding, because that is a real deal. I've watched it flood, and with that much concrete and pavement gonna be added, I mean, I don't know how big the retention pond is gonna be, but that's my concerns in regard to changing. And lastly, those of us who have large lot residential, and then we're gonna have to now have people stacked in like sardines right next to us. I'm not saying I'm against the subdivision, but I'm just concerned about the density. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for your comments. Anyone else here to speak publicly about this subdivision?
Not about the subdivision,
Well, that's all, that's what this public hearing was about, ma'am.
privately.
Okay.
It's a zone change.
Oh, this zone change.
Subdivision's already been approved.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so we will leave this open until the 31st, as well as we did the previous one, December 31st at 5 p.m. Public comment can be taken via phone, email, letters. Correct? Am I missing anything?
We prefer written formats that way, and if they can send it to all of you, there's that way all the commissioners have all the information.
Correct. And we did already receive an email on this, at least one that I'm aware of, so. All right, this public hearing will be open until December 31st at 5 p.m. And with that, we can adjourn, correct?
Believe so.
All right, we will adjourn at 6:18 p.m.
Congratulations on the first year.
on the 16th of December.